The nurse didn't know that the patient once was addicted to drugs. To ease his pain, she gave him a morphine injection. That was her biggest mistake. Who struggled so hard to quit addiction was nothing less than poison. That night, his craving came back. The pain was unbearable until he couldn't speak. Half conscious, he felt as if his daughter was sitting beside him, guiding him out of that dark night. But his injury was so severe that the doctor firmly said he might never be able to walk again. Participating in a triathlon was impossible. Hearing that, he fell, collapsed to the ground, and cried his heart out. Everyone had seen his hard work. Even his lover's father came to give him encouragement and mentioned his daughter's name. The man gathered his courage again for his daughter. He felt, arose again. No matter how hard the path, even drugs couldn't break his determination. His willpower was truly like iron. 6 months later, as if a miracle had happened, he recovered completely. He never gave up his dream. Joining the triathlon remained his goal. But just a month before the competition, the organizers suddenly changed the rules. This time participants had to swim 3 kilometers, then cycle 160 kilometers, and after that run 30 kilometers. For safety, his coach forbade it. He was determined not to quit the competition. Soon the starting gun was fired, and all participants jumped into the sea. But after just a few hundred meters, his old lung injury almost made him drown. The rescue team quickly pulled him out in time. He jumped back in and kept pushing forward. When he reached the shore, he was 10 minutes behind the leaders. The next stage was cycling. With all his might, he overtook his rivals one by one. Approaching the final long-distance run, he was already in the lead. But in the last 10 kilometers, his body started to give up. His feet blistered and bled. He cut his shoes with a knife to ease the pain, then kept running. Now he was moving only by sheer willpower. Hallucinations started appearing before his eyes. Old friends, his lover, and countless others who were drowned in addiction. His old self stood before him, cowardly and weak. This time he refused to back down. He punched his old self. The illusion vanished. The finish line was in sight. But his legs had no strength left. At that moment, he saw the smiles of his daughter and his lover. Love gave him strength. He stood up again, and with staggering steps, amid the thunderous applause of the crowd. And at that moment, he was no longer just an athlete. He had become a world triathlon champion. The man once seen as a drug slave had now become a hero to millions of hearts. Friends, have you ever won a medal or a trophy?